All right, Mickey, this one's for you. My buddy Mickey said that I needed to check out the song Scornful Woman by Oliver Anthony and said it's super powerful and very raw and like visceral and that I needed to check it out. So we're going to check it out now. The only thing I know about it is that clip that was being passed around of Joe Rogan where he was talking about some advice that he gave Oliver Anthony when Oliver called him asking for advice about the separation and divorce, which sounds like it's going pretty rough between him and his Oliver Anthony and his ex. That was the only thing I know about this. And I know the song spun out of that. So we're going to check it out. I've been through it. I was married 14 years and went through separation, divorce. It's so painful. It's such a scary thing to go through. Grateful that I have an amicable relationship now with my ex, but I can see you can feel so easily how it could go off the rails when you're going through it. So my heart goes out to anyone who's been through that. I guess we're going to hear it in a song. My name's Tim. I've been a vocal coach for the last 25 years. Building voices is my life's work. I have an awesome team of teachers that teach with me here in the Manhattan, Tri-State, Philadelphia area. This is my website here. We do in-person lessons out here, but we have students online all over the world. So if you're looking for a vocal coach, hit us up. Online lessons do actually work. Last thing to tell you about, over on Patreon, I have a lot more content I put up. I put up 2 to 3 times more content over there. And that's because as music reactors, we don't make any money from our reactions we do on YouTube. And that's because of the copyright claims that the artists put on their music, which I have no problem with that. That means my reactions support the artists that I react to. That just also means, though, that the support you guys provide for me over on Patreon keeps me going and keeps me making so much content. So thanks so much for your support. The link is also down in the description to my community over there. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. Scornful Woman, Oliver Anthony. Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Snow. Does this snow a lot in West Virginia? I guess I don't know about that. I like that twangy. It's a little out of tune almost.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one. Well, he grabbed the apple and Adam took a bite. And now all these years later, and the mask still ain't right with a scornful woman.
Oh, no. Wow.
Scornful woman.
Oh, my God.
I used to sleep so good, didn't have a nightmare. I was busy dreaming, believing he's always gonna be right there. And now the middle of the day is like the middle of the night. And the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right with a scornful woman.
Oh! A distorted fiddle solo? What? Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never heard anything like this. Hold on, let's stop. Okay, I need to stop a little bit for copyright stuff, or this will just get blocked on YouTube if I just listen to the whole thing without stopping. Oh my God. There's so much to break down with this song. This is very, very good songwriting, very clever song. The performances are great. Like, this distorted fiddle solo is so badass. I'm sure I don't listen to a lot of country music, at least not yet. I haven't reacted to much of it on the channel. I don't even know if this is officially country. I guess it kind of is. It's country-esque or country folky. Wow, that solo was killer. That was really interesting, the violin with distortion like that in the part of a song where it would be like a guitar solo. Very, very cool. Let's just go back to the beginning and look at this a little bit here. I want you to notice his phrasing. I love the tone of that guitar. It's very twangy. As I listen to it more, I don't think it's necessarily out of tune. I think it's just that the metallic, it's got that sort of almost nasally twang to the guitar, right? It's like, it sounds like one of those guitars with the, and I'm not super up on all the different types of guitars, but like with that metal front on it, it sounds, because it's got that twangy metallic tone to it.
Well, she got a side to her I want to run from.
So you hear his phrasing, you got a side to her, with that little pause, that little anticipation, or what was that? Tim Robbins in Rocky Horror Picture Show, anticipation, right? It's that little pause in between the word, or in the middle of the phrase. It gives this sense of, it makes you like you want to wait for the statement to be finished. There's, it's very clever phrasing to write like that. He's a great songwriter.
Tour, I want to run from.
Clever.
Turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one.
You hear that little cold, that little cry. I exaggerated it there when I demonstrated, but like, you hear that little cry into the note. He's an incredibly expressive singer. He's got a lot of that kind of fronted, that really bright, brassy tone that we hear in Southern singers, country music in general. He's got that. We can hear his Southern accent in his music, also, which again, that's kind of a Southern thing. And he's got a little bit of grit, a little gritty texture on his voice at times. Not a ton of grit, but enough to give texture. Whenever we talk about the texture of someone's tone quality in singing, I like to talk about grit, metal, and wind. How gritty is it? How many of those creaky sounds does he have? Bop, 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 bop. How brassy and punchy is the tone versus how windy is the tone? Grit, metal, wind. All of these elements make up interesting tone. It's how you have those configured that make your voice sound a certain way. He's got really interesting texture control of his voice.
Well, he grabbed the apple and Adam took a bite. And now all these years later,
it's almost Johnny Cash on
and
the
the
bottom.
mask still ain't right with a scornful woman.
When that beat drops in, that's so good. This is like a classic song too. It feels like a song from like 30 years ago that's been out for years, like something, I don't know, like Bonnie Raitt would have written it. It feels like just such an iconic song.
Sleep so good, didn't have a night there. I was busy dreaming, believing you.
I love this phrasing.
Gonna be right there. And now the middle of the day is like the middle of the night. And
the middle of the day is like the middle of the night.
Court says
50-50. This lyric.
But the math don't seem right.
The court said 50-50, but the math don't seem right to a scorned woman. Oh, so I wonder how accurate that is. That like, so she was asking for more than 50-50. I think that's actually what Joe Rogan was saying in the clip. And by the way, like, you got to be careful with, we're all, because of the nature of listening to this song, we're taking it at face value from his side. Right? Like you can't, we don't know what happened between them. We don't know at least I don't know the full story. Maybe you'd know, but I'm not going to go and make any, any statements about the whole situation. Right. But wow, this was bad. And then we've got the fire. I love how it's just recorded in like an old house with like hanging up, insulation blankets and things like that. Just like a raw capture. I love that. It goes perfectly with the music video, right? Of like, this is the best we could do, But the production sounds great, though, I have to say. This is so cool. It's like screaming or something, right?
she can have all the money.
Oh,
They can keep all the fame.
Oh, yeah.
I go back to being broke as a joke if I could just get a break from the pain.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I just got goosebumps. Wow. Oh my God. That was crazy. Wow. Did you notice that last guitar solo here? I feel like I said at one point in that violin, I was like, that violin solo is the fiddle solo, fiddle, violin, right? It's like screaming, but the real screaming, the most emotional moment is that guitar solo that he takes at the end. It's like all the pain, all the raw stuff coming right out. Did you notice that? Listen. Wait, let me go back a little further, sorry. Oh, wow. So as far as the meter of this, we're in like what I guess you'd say is like a 12/8 feel. And 12/8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You technically feel the beat like a one, like we're in common time 4/4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. But instead of it being divided with a duple, like ta 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 ta, in 12/8 it's ta 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 ta. So that's kind of the rhythmic feel we're dealing with here. And we got ban now 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 1 2 3 1 2 3. He's just leaning into that triplet feel there. He's all the way up on the neck of the guitar. Wow. So what I think about with this is like, I think about what is it about the song, like why it's kind of obvious why the song hits so hard, right? And it just kind of makes me think a little bit zoomed out about what's happening with the music scene right now with like AI music and all of this stuff, music, we share music because a person wants to express themselves through the music for other human beings, because there's, we can sometimes say something in our music that's harder to say with our words. And it's that vulnerability that makes great music. And the artist's willingness to be vulnerable is also a part of what makes a great artist. And Oliver Anthony has figured that out, to just use art to transmute pain and to use art to connect with other people. And this just really gives me hope in the thinking about the future of music, that we're always going to need and want music like this, that isn't manipulated, that's just visceral, it's raw, it's someone expressing something they're going through in a very pure way that we can all relate to. And anybody that's been through divorce or separation, or I would even argue and say that anybody who's been through painful breakups in general, even younger people too, like, it gets horribly messy sometimes when we end relationships. And there are lots of reasons why, but it's just hard. And my heart goes out to anybody who's been through this. I'm so grateful that my ex and I, when we went through it, we didn't end up. We actually had, thankfully, we were able to do it with a mediator. We didn't lawyer up and ruin both of our financial futures in the divorce. I'm so grateful for that. But it happens to people all the time, and so I mean, it's just the way our society's built. But sending so much love and support out to any of you that have been through this stuff. And this song is an absolute banger. It is so good. Like a scornful woman. Like, it's very catchy. The phrasing is sad to her. Like that, very clever writing. He's a brilliant songwriter. It'll be interesting to see what's next for him, and I hope that they figure this out. I'm not making any assumptions about the situation. Sending them love and thoughts and prayers. Anyway. All right, I'll see you in my next reaction. If you like this reaction, subscribe, click the notification to stay up to date with my latest stuff. And also, if you want more, come on over to Patreon, okay? All right, I'll see you in my next one. Cheers.